All right, so today we're going to be looking into something that, if you spend any time online, you probably see more and more of.
Yeah, for sure.
Printable content. But not just any printable content.
Yeah.
We're talking about printables for like mood and anxiety and all
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Which I think is super interesting.
Yeah.
So this deep dive is really for anyone who's interested in learning more about this trend.
Definitely.
Why is it becoming so popular? What are some of the ideas behind it? And maybe even if you're looking for some personal inspiration or ideas for creative projects you might want to do.
Totally.
This is a good place to start.
Yeah, this is going to be great for that.
So to help guide us today, we have this article from Succeed with Content blog.
Yep.
It's called 8 Ideas for Mood Anxiety Printable Content.
A good one.
They always have a good pulse on what's popular in the digital content world.
Absolutely.
So what's our mission for this deep dive?
Well, we want to get to the heart of this trend. Understand the core ideas around this type of content.
Yeah.
Why is it becoming so popular?
Right. And all that good stuff.
And we want to do it in a way that's, quick.
Yeah.
To the point.
Yeah. We want to respect your time.
Absolutely.
So let's just dive right in.
Yeah.
I think what's interesting is, the broader context here.
Totally.
There's a real shift happening, right? In how we discuss mental health.
Huge shift.
It's becoming much more accepted, much more open.
Yeah.
Each generation is becoming more comfortable talking about these things.
It's awesome to see.
Yeah. I mean, it's great to see. It's a slow change, but definitely a positive one.
Absolutely.
So it makes sense that as this conversation opens up, people are going to be looking for ways to manage their mental health.
Yeah. Right.
And this is where printable content comes in.
Yeah.
So let's get specific. What exactly are we talking about when we say mood and anxiety printable content?
Well, basically, it's digital content, but you print it out. And it's specifically designed to either promote mental health awareness or give you some tangible tools to manage your anxiety or your overall mood.
Okay.
And the article gives some great examples.
Yeah, like what?
Like specialized journals.
Okay.
Calendars with self-care prompts. Even just nice, visually supportive wall art.
Okay, so it's not all super serious stuff.
No, not at all.
Okay.
It can be quite lighthearted.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you've got printable stickers with positive messages, greeting cards to offer support.
Okay.
Even designs for print on demand, like T-shirts and mugs with mental health themes.
Okay, cool. So there's a lot of variety.
Huge variety. It really shows all the different angles people are coming at this from.
That's really neat. Okay, so let's break down some of these specific ideas.
Yeah, let's do it.
The first one is anxiety trackers.
Yes.
So what's that all about?
Well, at its heart, an anxiety tracker is really just a tool that you can use to monitor your anxiety levels.
Okay.
See patterns in them. They can be really basic or super detailed with room for notes and all that. Some even use color coding so you can literally see when your anxiety's up or down.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that visual aspect is powerful.
Yeah, that's got to be really helpful.
Yeah.
And it's not just for anxiety.
Oh, no, you can track other moods too.
Okay.
Like stress, happiness, anger, optimism. You can customize it to track whatever you want, basically.
Okay, so it's really personalized.
Totally.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And it's not just about, writing it down, right?
No, it's about the patterns.
Yeah.
Seeing those peaks and valleys can really help you pinpoint your triggers.
That's a good point.
It helps you understand yourself better.
So much more than just feeling anxious.
Exactly.
Okay, so the second idea the article mentions is mood or anxiety journals.
Right.
And these seem pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, they're basically digital templates for journals that you print and write in. But what's really cool is how easy they are to create now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the article talks about these AI design tools.
All right.
So even if you don't have any design skills, you can create something really professional looking.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And these journals often include prompts too to kind of guide your thoughts and reflections.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. Or you can use them with a mood tracker for a more comprehensive view of your emotional landscape.
Okay. So they can be general self-care journals. But the article says that anxiety-specific journals seem especially popular.
Especially on Etsy.
Yeah, on Etsy. Could that be because, there just aren't enough accessible mental health resources out there?
It's possible. I mean, anxiety is super common.
Yeah.
And these printables are pretty affordable and private compared to therapy.
Sure.
So it could be a combination of factors.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so idea number 3 is mood worksheets or workbooks.
Right.
Now, when I hear worksheets, I think of school.
I know, right?
But the article says the demand for these goes way beyond the classroom.
Totally. It's like we're realizing that these self-guided activities can be really helpful for everyone,
Yeah.
for emotional well-being
Okay.
at any age.
So what are some examples of these?
Oh, they have lots of great examples in the article.
Okay.
Like mindful breathing exercises,
Uh-huh.
gratitude lists,
Okay.
even word association games.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really interesting stuff.
Okay, so it's not just about reading and absorbing information.
No, it's about actively doing something.
Okay.
Working through these exercises to understand your moods better.
Okay, I like that. Active engagement.
Exactly.
All right, so then the next idea, number 4, is mood worksheets for kids and teens.
Yes.
And I feel like this is super important
It's crucial.
because young people, they might not always have the words to explain what they're feeling.
It's true. Their article mentions that, kids and teens might not have the vocabulary or the emotional maturity to really articulate what's going on.
Right.
So giving them tools like calming exercises or journal pages that are designed for their age group or simple mood trackers can be super helpful.
It helps them learn how to understand and manage their emotions.
Exactly. It's all about developing that emotional literacy.
Yeah. And the article even talks about potentially bundling these for educational purposes.
Oh, yeah. On platforms like Teachers Pay Teachers.
Which is really interesting, right?
Yeah, it is.
Because it shows that there's a recognized need for this in the education system.
Totally.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, next up is idea number 5, mood flashcards.
Oh, yeah. These are neat.
Yeah, I can really see how the visual nature of these would be helpful.
Especially for kids.
Yeah.
Or people who learn better visually.
Right?
The article talks about using photos or illustrations to represent different feelings.
So they can actually see what each emotion looks like.
Exactly. It makes it much more concrete and understandable.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And it mentions AI tools again.
Yep. You could create your own unique style for the flashcards.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
And then you could use that same style for other printables.
Right. Like a cohesive set of resources.
Yeah, that's clever. Okay, idea number 6 takes us to wall art,
Classic wall art.
but with a mental health twist.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's still about personalizing your space, but in a way that promotes well-being.
Absolutely.
And there are lots of different options here, right?
Tons. Inspiring quotes,
Mm-hmm.
calming images,
Okay.
even just visual representations of different emotions.
Interesting. So it's all about creating more positive and supportive atmosphere.
Totally.
Yeah.
And you can get printable downloads for instant gratification or use POD services for larger professional prints.
Okay, cool. And AI image creation gets another mention here.
Of course. You can really create some specific and unique designs with that.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Okay, number 7 is printable stickers.
Oh, yeah. Love those.
I love the idea of these as like little affirmations you could put
Oh,
anywhere.
reminders throughout your day.
Exactly. The article mentions putting it on laptops, phones, notebooks, mirrors, you name it.
Like little nudges towards positivity.
Yeah, exactly. And they're often sold in kits or bundles, right?
Totally. Sometimes even paired with mood journals or bullet journals.
Yeah, it's like a complete self-care package.
It's great.
Okay. And finally, idea number 8 is print-on-demand items.
All right. POD.
And this is a little different, right?
Yeah, they're not technically printables in the traditional sense,
Okay.
but the creation process is similar.
So what kinds of items are we talking about here?
Oh, all sorts of stuff. T-shirts, mugs, tote bags, pillows, even shower curtains.
Wow, so it's about taking these mental health themes and putting them on everyday objects.
Exactly. It normalizes the conversation and lets people express themselves in different ways.
I like that.
Yeah, and the article mentions that there's potential to make money in this area, too.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a growing market.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
What's the key takeaway for you?
Well, for me, it's clear that there's a huge demand for tangible tools that support mental well-being.
Yeah.
And it's not just one type of tool, it's a whole spectrum.
Right.
Trackers, journals, wall art, everyday items, you name it.
It really shows how diverse people's needs are.
Absolutely.
And this is all being driven by that greater openness around mental health that we were talking about earlier.
It's all connected.
Yeah, it's really fascinating to see.
It is.
So for everyone listening, the takeaway is this. The mental health conversation is opening up.
Yes.
And that's creating a demand for creative, accessible, and I love this, tangible self-help tools.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
So I guess the question for you listening is, what resonates with you?
Yeah, what speaks to you?
Do any of these ideas spark something for your own personal use?
Maybe a new way to support your own well-being.
Or if you're a creative person, does any of this inspire you?
give you ideas for a project you might want to start.
And beyond these specific examples, what other unexpected ways are people using tangible items to support their mental health?
Yeah, that's something to think about.
It's a big world out there.
It is.
Lots of possibilities.
Lots of creative solutions.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, that's all the time we have for today.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for listening.
We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.